Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today's video I'm going to be talking about the books, the 17 of 2017 books. So the books I set aside that I'm like, I have to read all of these books in 2017. And yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm only doing 12 instead of 18 of 2018. That's not happening. That is so stressful, and as the years pile on, it's just going to get even worse. So yeah, I'm doing 12 of 2018 this year because 17 was just gonna, or 18 would just be a killer. So I'm not really gonna go into too much depth of like what I thought about them or what they're about or anything like that, because I have talked about them in past wrap-ups. You know, over the year, they've all been in my wrap-ups. I've talked about them enough. But I just wanted to have one clear, one whole video just, talking to you about them and, my ratings and explaining why I gave them that ratings and stuff like that. Yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to have them all in one place to look back to. So, yeah. They're in piles of what I rated them. So, I have one pile that's so small, but it's my favorite pile. So yeah, we're gonna talk about from worst to best. So yeah. So I have one book that I never rated. And that's because I never finished it. So if you've been following my channel for a while, or at least over the year 2017, you would know that I don't want to DNF book. For my list, my 17 of 2017, I didn't want to DNF it and then just there. I sort of read, it's completed, it's over, it's done. No. So that's what I did in 2016. And I'm like, well, I want to at least replace it with something if I'm not going to finish it. So I did that with two books, The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Beddor and I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Those are the two original books that were part of the list that I replaced with two other ones. So I'll talk about those two books later. But the final month, December, I had one book left to read. One, and I would have completed my list and I would be so happy. And I just couldn't get through it. And that was Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, or The Final Empire, whatever you want to call it. Oh my god, I was so upset with myself for that, but I also knew that if I kept going, I would have hated myself. So, yeah, it was just a lesser of two evils to just stop reading. I don't know what happened. I read the first 100 pages and really, really loved it. Or was really enjoying it, at least. I had read the first 100 pages before, and so rereading them, I was still into the book and I was so great. And then the next 100 pages, I grew so bored. I was like, okay, well, I'm not really liking this. What's going on? So what I do when I'm not liking a book, and I don't care if, you get upset about this, or this is my personal preference, I kind of skip ahead to see if something gets better, at least to make it worth reading. So I skipped a few chapters and still was like, I don't really care what's going on, what's happening here. And so I skipped to the end to see if the ending would just make it worth the read to finish it. And oh my god, did I hate the ending. I'm not going to spoil what the ending is about. I'm not, I spoiled myself with that. And I'm actually happy that I did, because I'm really happy that I will just never finish this book, and I'll never read the series, and I don't think I'm going to pick up a Brandon Sanderson book. And it's not just because of the fact that I did not like what was happening in Mistborn. It was just, I reread the synopsises of his other books and just didn't understand why I still had them, and why I even bought them in the first place. I think I just bought his books because he himself and his books were so hyped that I'm like, well, I have to love them too. No. So yeah, I hated the ending. It was just never worth it to finish it, and oh my god. And then I kind of picked up the second one just to see if it got better, and no, not at all. So yeah, that was the only book I DNF'd in the entire year. It was of course the last one, so I could never replace it with anything. So yeah, that's what happened. I never rated it. It was the only book I didn't rate because I'm not going to rate something that I haven't read yet. So, or I had never completed, what I mean. So yeah, that happened. So, now we can get on to the 3-star books, because I haven't read anything that was less than a 3-star. Though, in my mind, like how I felt about the rest of the series might have, but yeah, just these are the 3-star books. So we're going to start with the books that I don't have, because again, I've unhauled a lot of the books that I didn't like. Reawakened by Colleen Houck. I knew going into it wasn't what I thought it was when I bought the book, but I was still sort of enjoying it. Like it was a 3-star book throughout. I never really loved it, and I never really hated it. It was just a meh book. But the ending solidified the fact that I would never continue on with the series. So, that's why I'm well, actually, I've never truly unhauled that book. I don't know what happened to my hard copy of that book. I had a hard copy, but I also pre-ordered it on my Kindle because I got that first. And I don't know what happened. So I read it on my Kindle. But yeah, I never actually like unhauled it, but I just don't have a physical copy to show you. And then the other one, oh, Iona by Alison Goodman. I guess I was sort of, like, it was a meh book, but I was sorely disappointed. I loved Eon. I still love Eon. I don't have Eon because, well, it was a duology and the second one just sucked. But I gave it a 3-star just because there were moments that I was enjoying it. I just knew it was never going to be like Eon, and I was just so disappointed. So, I'm surprised I didn't give it lower than 3 stars, but I could see why I gave it 3 stars. The other one I don't have is Ruined by Amy Tintera. Again, it was a meh book. I don't think I'll ever continue on with the series. Like, I know Avenged is out, and I was going back and forth on whether or not to pick that up and to try and read that, but because The Ruined wasn't an awful book. It just, I don't know. I mean, it was just meh, and I don't know if I really want to continue on. But you never know. I might end up picking it up again, and you never know. I mean, when I unhaul a book, it doesn't mean I'll never get it again. I think it's happened once or twice where I've unhauled a book, and I picked it up, I just decided, I'm going to get it again, and see how I feel about it now. And, yeah. Actually, one of those books is on this list. Okay, but let's talk about the rest of the 3-star books, and these are the ones that I have. First off, I have Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. I've always had I've never truly loved Alexandra Bracken's books. Well, I've only read one of her other books, and that is The Darkest Minds. And that one I believe I also gave like a 3-star. But I love time travel, and, this one just intrigued me. And I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, it wasn't the worst, but I thought it was okay. And I still have to read the sequel. Like, the conclusion to the duology. Next one I have is Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi. I've gone on and on about this book and how it would have been great, but there were just things I just did not like about the characters. But I have the sequel / companion, so I really want to pick that up. But yeah, it was okay. I really loved, Tahereh Mafi's writing. Now I used to hate, well, actually that's funny, because Shatter Me was another one that I had bought unhauled and then rebought and unhauled again. But I really like Shatter Me, and I do want to rebuy it. I'm awful, okay? It's just, when I don't have space on my shelves, I get rid of the books that I thought were good, but I'd never reread again. Well, here we go. Shatter Me is one that I'm definitely going to reread again, now that Restore Me is coming out. Yeah, we'll talk about that again when I actually buy the books. But yeah, I thought this was okay. But I do want to pick up the sequel. Next one I have is The 1000th Floor by Katharine McGee. this is the next one on the chopping block. I'm going to end up unhauling this soon. You'll see it in an unhaul for sure. I just... You know, it was intriguing. The cover is gorgeous. You know, it was one of the reasons why I picked it up is because, well, I love black and gold. But I just, it was intriguing. It was like a, like futuristic Gossip Girl kind of thing. And there's a murder in the very beginning, but you don't know who it is until the end. That kind of thing. And I was like, okay. But once I got to finding out who it was, I was just like, oh, okay. Well, this was stupid. Sorry, but I was just like, okay, I didn't really enjoy that. Done. I gave it a 3-star. I was enjoying it while reading it. I just didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. The last one is The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. I do really want to pick up The Dark Days Pact. This is one that I do want to continue on. Like a couple of the other ones I do want to continue on. Those are more like Passenger is a direct sequel, but it's a conclusion to the, this one is a longer series, apparently. Even though the sequel is, or the second one is the only one that's out so far. I do want to pick up the second one. I want to see how it goes. And that will solidify my, you know, if I'm going to keep these books or not. I do want to pick up the second one. I am really upset that this gorgeous cover got turned into something really awful. Yeah, I don't like the new covers. So, we'll see. Oh, and of course, you know, this is Alison Goodman, guys. So, Iona, like you can see, there's praise for Ian and Iona. So, Alison Goodman, I have like a love-hate relationship. Like, I love the first in her books. I don't really like the sequel. So, we'll see though if I like the sequel. Even though for Iona, it was a conclusion to a duology, where this one is a longer series, apparently. It was good. It was eh. We'll see how I feel. Alright. 4-star books. We'll talk about the book. Ooh, don't want to ruin that. We'll talk about the book that I don't have. That is Dorothy Must Die, which is the book that I bought, unhauled, and rebought, and unhauled again. So, I bought and unhauled it because I read the prequel to it and hated it. So then I finally rebought Dorothy Must Die because I'm like, you know what, I really want to pick it up and see. Because everyone was talking, you know, so highly about it. So I picked it up. I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it. And then I read the rest of the series because I was like, this is actually pretty good. And I hated the rest of the series. Well, I didn't hate it. I gave those 3 stars each. But the only one that I truly liked was Dorothy Must Die. So I unhauled the whole series. I just couldn't, you know, keep them on my... But I did enjoy Dorothy Must Die. I gave that 4 stars. So, yeah. And, by the way, Dorothy Must Die is by Daniel Page. I also read Stealing Snow by Daniel Page and hated it. I think I gave that a 2-star. Yeah. I'm not going to pick up any more Daniel Page. Alright, so, for the 4 stars, we have Nowhere But Here by Katie McGarry. Yeah, I mean, I gave this 4 stars. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I do want to continue on. I have, like, all of Katie McGarry's books now on my shelves because I do want to continue on. And I heard, I think it was from Kayla from Books and Lala, who said you actually have to read the Pushing the Limits series, like, all the way through before getting to this. So I might end up rereading this. I did enjoy it. I don't remember a lot about it. I do remember it's like by motorcycle gangs and stuff. And like the romance is sort of like a forbidden kind of romance, I think. Like they really shouldn't be together because I think she's the daughter of like the leader of the gang. So, yeah. Then I read Stolen Songbird. Hello. Stolen Songbird. That's funny. This is one that I replaced. I think I replaced this one with I'll Give You the Sun. Or like, I'll Give You the Sun was replaced with this one. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's about trolls. Trolls. I can't talk. So that was like, I was very hesitant to go in, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy the romance. And I do have the rest of the series. I do want to get the prequel for this. I really want to get that. Then I have Legacy of Kings by Eleanor Herman, another 4-star. This is an Alexander the Great, like, retelling, like a fantastical retelling kind of thing. And yeah, I liked it. I give it 4 stars, and I do want to continue on, even though I've heard, like, the sequel is really good. I think the 3rd one was awful, but we'll see how that goes. Then I have The Winter's Curse by Marie Wachowski. I did not think I would really love this book, or really enjoy this book, but I did. And now I have the rest of the trilogy, and I really want to continue on. But yeah, I mean, I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I didn't think, you know, some of these were just too hyped, and I didn't know if I would really like them. But I really did. Ruby Red is another one that I didn't think I would really like. I've had this on my shelves. Like, I've had these on my shelves for so long, which is why they were on this list. But yeah, I really enjoyed the time travel and everything in this. I did enjoy the romance, and yeah, we'll see. I do want to continue. I have the whole trilogy as well as her other trilogy, so let's go. I really want to still read these. And then the last one that's 4-star is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. This is the other one that I replaced. The Looking Glass Wars, or this, The Looking Glass Wars was replaced with this one. So, I did enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars, and I had the 3rd one in the trilogy. I don't have the sequel yet. The sequel, I just feel for the hardcover, because I want them all to match. It's just too expensive right now, so I'm gonna wait. But yeah, I do really want to continue on with the trilogy, even though I called the ending. I called the ending from, like, the very beginning. But I did really enjoy it, though. Okay, so, I think that's it except for the last pile, which is one of the smallest piles, and that is my 5-star reads. I love these books, and you can see why, because I have collector's editions for them. So the first one is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, which is another one I didn't think I would really like, but I freaking loved it. And yeah, I bought the collector's edition the minute it came out. I just love this edition, and I love showing it off. But yeah, I really love this book, and I really love the journey that you go on with the main character and just his life, up to the very, like, beginning, because he's, like, in his 30s, I think, in the beginning, and you go back to when he was really young, up to now, even though you don't get the full journey, that continues on. But I really, really enjoyed this, and yeah, I can't wait to read the sequel. And then the other one, of course, is A Darker Shade of Magic, and this one I marathoned the trilogy. I love this trilogy so much. This trilogy is one of my all-time favorite trilogies now, and I heard there's more coming. Oh my god. I thought it was over with The Conjuring of Light, but no, apparently there's gonna be a whole nother trilogy, and I'm so excited. And I've heard a rumor that this is gonna be a movie. Okay. I love this so much, and I want everybody to read this. This is just fantastic. And V.E. Schwab is an author. Well, this is another one I didn't think I liked, because V.E. Schwab is an author that I tried reading a couple of her other books and just couldn't get into those. But now I really want to try again, because this is just amazing and I loved it. So, and again, I got the collector's edition because I loved it so much. And yeah, oh my god. So yeah, I had to. So yeah, that's all the books that were in my my 17 of 2017, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I really wanted to make this so they'd all be together in one video, and I can just tell you all about them instead of it being in, like, really separate wrap-ups. So yeah, that's it. That's it for me today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.